Wake up, samurai. You have a game to patch. Cyberpunk 2077 is officially out. Today, we're taking a dive in the world of Cyberpunk reviews. Even though the response from critics has been positive, not all critics agree that Cyberpunk 2077 is a good game. Of course, one of the most infamous reviews come from GameSpot. Plenty of flexibility in the RPG mechanics to build a character to suit your desired playstyle. Quick hacking combat is satisfying, side quests and characters are interesting. Keanu Reeves is pretty good. Superficial and often edgy aesthetic often has no purpose. The incorporation of different cultures and background is wildly inconsistent, from good to inaccurate to downright offensive. Now, from what I've seen, I don't personally take offense to any of the representation on Cyberpunk 2077. Again, I can't speak for all ethnic groups, but to me, from what I've seen, it's pretty respectful, while still fitting into the cyberpunk aesthetic. Now, another point of contention for these people against the GameSpot review is that Kelly didn't play the game fully, which I don't really care, okay? You can make an informed opinion on the game without finishing it 100%, okay? Zero punctuation does it. He gets no flack for it. Oh boy. SJPFTW states that he has never been disappointed in a game as much as this before. I felt cheated by CDPR's manipulative marketing practices. All those gameplay trailers you saw were in the prologue of the game and touched up. Now, I don't disagree with SJP here. Those gameplay trailers are really tightly knit to make sure that no spoilers were revealed to the player. But that had a side effect of not revealing much of the actual game. After so many years of waiting, we got an absolutely broken game in which almost everything does not work in order to lure the player into the atmosphere of the city and setting. So yeah, I don't disagree on many of these parts. Lies, false advertising, missing features, lazy low-quality features, broken console versions, lacking RPG elements that games from 5 to 10 years ago have. CDPR should be sued to oblivion over this game, but they won't be. Izar, I was with you in the first half, not gonna lie, but oh boy. The shills and plebeians will forgive or not even be educated on the issues anyway. The gaming industry is in a sad and appalling state. Now, the last sentence I agree with, but I don't agree with the shills and plebeians part. Okay, I think they can be educated and notice that there are in fact flaws with Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, Vaseline says a barren and empty experience, cleverly disguised behind a wall of cheap smoke and mirror tricks and basic coding algorithms. Okay, I agree with you on the wall of cheap smoke and mirror tricks, but basic coding algorithms I completely disagree with, okay? I think a huge bulk of the problems that Cyberpunk 2077 had was the result of mismanagement from above. The internal staff, I think, did a pretty good job of what they were given, because I think there are some smart decisions that were made in the game itself. Of course, a standout review comes from Sonic Boy 1993 with a 5, which is not bad, a not bad score, saying, "I broke up with my girlfriend because I wanted to pot all my time on this game. Now it's all bugs and errors, and I lost both game and GF. Take this with a grain of salt, but if it's true, Sonic Boy." Now, reviews aren't the only source of entertainment we can draw from. Subreddits such as Cyberpunk Game has a plethora of mixed opinions, let's say, on the game itself. But the conclusion they draw from the fact that the game is a buggy mess, is depressing, sad, funny. Well, let's have a look at one. The SJWs sabotaged this game. One of the reasons I and many others were excited for the game was because of CDPR's based attitude, the way they gave PC/woke culture the middle finger. This was going to be the first time in years that a AAA game would be made that's anti-woke? Sure enough, the game is a disaster. Was there some sort of interference by you-know-who which prevented this game from being what it was supposed to be? I pre-ordered 2 copies to support CDPR, and I'm looking into a refund. Obviously, the saddest thing about this is that these specific types of people cannot acknowledge that the fact that this game is in fact a disaster because of mismanagement, overhyping, and like general overspending of marketing. PC woke culture had nothing to do with the success or downfall of this game, alright? The depressing part about all this was just a day ago, Roy posted this on the subreddit. Does anyone else just feel empty? I've been crying for the last few days. I took a week off work to play this game and I quickly realized it's not the game I've been thinking about. I cried myself to sleep. I end up crying whenever I think about a game. I don't even want to touch my PS4. This was supposed to be the future of gaming. Now I don't know what to do. We gotta acknowledge that these people at the heart of it, aren't bad people. Okay? They may be misled, they may be uneducated, or whatever. But at the heart of it, they just want to be happy. And when they're sad, they look for things to blame it on. And for Roy, it's SJWs, or PC woke culture itself. And this is why I do not like hype culture, because this is what you end up with. Now, well, I can provide you an example of a game that was marketed pretty well, while still retaining the integrity of the studio, and that is The Outer Worlds. And when it came out, people praised it for that reason, okay? There were some bugs, but people forgave it because the marketing didn't lie to them. Whoa, hey there! I was about to end this video, but Cyberpunk 2077, the official account, has released a statement just today, like 10 minutes ago or whatever. Dear gamers, first of all, we would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles before it premiered, and in consequence not allowing you to make more informed decisions about your purchase. We should have paid more attention. Second, we will fix bugs and crashes. Now that is important. Take note. And improve the overall experience. The first round of updates has just been released, which, to be honest, didn't do much. And the next one is coming within the next 7 days. So you're stuck with a game that, for you, some of you, is barely functioning. But hey, at least help is on the way. Expect more, as we will update frequently whenever new improvements are ready. After the holidays, we will continue working. We'll release 2 large patches, starting with patch number 1 in January. Wow, patch number 1 in January. It's a long way to go. This will be followed by patch number 2 in February. Together they should fix the more prominent problems gamers are facing on last-gen consoles. So for the game to be completely fixed, you have to wait 2 months, not even 7 days. 7 days is just like for updates that will improve the overall experience. Now I gotta wonder what the 7 days of waiting, first round of updates will be. It just feels to me that they're really trying to control the damage here. We will be informing you about the contents of each patch ahead of their release. They won't make the game on last gen look like it's running on high-spec PC. No, but okay, maybe they're joking, but no one is asking for that, okay? No one is asking for that. Finally, we would always like everyone who buys our games to be satisfied. We would appreciate if you would give us a chance. How many chances did we give CDPR at this point? I've lost count. But if you are not pleased with the game on your console and don't wait for updates, you can opt to refund your copy. Humbly, the crew. PS, PC gamers will also be getting regular updates and fixes improving the game. So yes, this is mainly to appease and control the damage done to Xbox One and PS4 players. I'm glad they're doing this. I'm really glad, but what else were they going to do? This statement is inevitable, alright? While this is a step in the right direction, let it be known that this was originally marketed for PS4 and Xbox One, alright? Peace out.